the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That goes out wide to Murray. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Bledsoe dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bledsoe. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Sanders. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Here's Earl Campbell, the man who played his final year and a half as a Saint. And some room to run now. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards on the ground. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Again, they run with Campbell. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So the 3-time Pro Bowler Javon Curse with a tackle there.
And you get selected for that game because you are a consistently dominant performer. And that's what he is. We always think about him being a pass rusher, but he can play the run as well. A guy that you just have to game plan for every week.
A give, running left is Campbell. And some room to maneuver. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. On the handoff, here's Campbell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, Bledsoe. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
To throw on second down. Bledsoe. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bledsoe. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
To throw on third down, Bledsoe. Gets this one to Hill. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
Okay, ready?
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Bledsoe. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tony Gonzalez. As the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Saints, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hester to return from his end zone.
Kevin Hester on the return. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
131 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To throw on second down, Bledsoe.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ted Hendricks.
And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
The football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Deion Sanders on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up
looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe flushed out right. And it's caught. The tight end Hill.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
But normally you see three tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or two towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Jeremy Chin, so dangerous wherever he's at on the field, and that time he gets in there for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. That one complete to Hill. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints.
Mike Williams.
30 yards.
And the Saints are back within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard. You don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. There's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Emmett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. All right, Charles, quick Emmitt Smith story. You've heard of the Madden video game, right?
I have heard of the Madden video game, well, no doubt about it.
The legend goes that Coach Madden said players used to come up to him all the time and complain that their ratings were too low. The only person, though, that came up and said, hey, mine's too high, Emmitt Smith.
You're kidding.
How can you rate Emmitt Smith too high? That's the question.
Boy, talk about humble. That's taking modesty.
Man, you a whole out here. You know what scary ass game you trying to do. Come on, man. Scary ass nigga. Come on. We gonna get you. You don't want to run the ball every play. Bitch ass nigga, let's go.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Bum ass nigga.
Complete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but
there is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They go up the middle with Campbell. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Jaguars.
The slot man in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Steve Smith hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Come on, get your bitch ass 3 and get on from now on,
They do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Bledsoe.
Come on.
He'll be brought down at the 27.
You can get your 3 and come on from now on, you coward.
Opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Running play. It's Earl Campbell. And the second wave of tackles.
Get your 3 and come on from now on, yo.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth quarter.
Get your 3 and come on from now on, yo.
Got a one-score game.
I let this bitch ass nigga get this shit.
On the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's second and 10. Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Back to throw.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Bledsoe connecting with Johnson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
So a nice bounce back there defensively after giving up the big play.
Yeah, you can either get down on yourself or you can get motivated. And that time, they dropped him for a loss. So I would say that they got motivated and made the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bledsoe, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Bledsoe. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So it comes down to a man who has done this many, many times before, Adam Vinatieri. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. He missed his only attempt earlier. This time he's going for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
They're on 31-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last season. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My ace spoon going big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On first down, Murray. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Back to throw. Bledsoe. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Xavier McKinney.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Bledsoe.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Bledsoe. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dumping it off for Johnson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Brings up 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's Sanders. What a catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The offense already on the field here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fitzpatrick. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's got room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
On 1st down, Bledsoe. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 22-yard touchdown, Brown.
And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Fitzpatrick again. Caught by the tight end Ertz.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
To throw on second down, Bledsoe. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, Bledsoe. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bledsoe. Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll look to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch. To throw again on second down, Fitzpatrick. He finds his man Johnson. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. On 3rd and 1, here's Fitzpatrick. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. They'll throw again. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down. On second down, Fitzpatrick again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And it's caught. Touchdown. Zach Ertz. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up. And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. Down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So jumping from
respect.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Back to throw. Bledsoe. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to convert on third and 14. A terrific play call.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And once again, this is Sanders. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say He has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply, if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. In motion left comes Williams. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Dave Casper, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well, and that makes the score 14-7. And there's been a Terry now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Here's Fitzpatrick, eluding the pressure right. Able to find Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fitzpatrick. He's got Johnson. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Fitzpatrick to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Desperation time. Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws.
Good game, bro. Good game.
Incomplete.
Damn good game, bro.
With such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
You know, the only time they would use it is strictly for pride.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
That turban's going to be good. Parham in the game for no reason at all. Nigga ain't throwing the ball to Parham or none of that. We spoke on that already, Shiggy. I need to do them legend solo and get that fucking Gonzalez. Y'all ain't fucking with the dude, huh? That'll be another 2 hours.
A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we the pound. Take a look around when we touch the town.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Fields this way up at the 17 and up to about the 26. Across the 25. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Bledsoe. And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense. Scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun. Bledsoe. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Moore, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's got some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Oh, he's got the full package. He can spin, he can juke, he can make you miss, he can drop a shoulder on you. Some of that elusiveness we saw at Penn State has definitely translated to the NFL game. Saquon Barkley hit the proper buttons and turn him loose.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and goal at the 11-yard line.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. In motion left here, Sanders. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Herman Moore back in the end zone. 62 touchdowns back in his Lions career.
Not a bad run, and actually a really good job of catching a lot of passes that turned into those touchdowns. 3rd all-time on the Lions list. That's pretty impressive.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0.
Visitors 7, Saints nothing. Graham Gano is set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Evan Ingram, 36 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Visitors 14, Saints nothing. Graham Gano is set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over 1st down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 2. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
10 yards. That's good for a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Visitors 14. Saints nothing.
Williams, a man in motion right. Up the middle, Murray. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first and 10, Bledsoe. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
After playing like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Sanders. And he is out of bounds here. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. So they brought the extra bulk in down to the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on head, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Throw left side complete. That's more. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, he stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
21 yards. And a first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st down, Rodgers completes it to Evan Ingram. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and they are able to add on to their advantage.
And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Gano now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score. Visitors 28, Saints 7. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Escaping the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Bledsoe. Trying to improvise. Williams brings it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
We got to make some plays.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, they'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Rodgers. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Rodgers now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On the return, Hester. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Looking to throw on second down. Bledsoe. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Second and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Bledsoe. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Bledsoe. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Bledsoe. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bledsoe. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mike Williams, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. At their own 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Rodgers to throw.
Open man is Keyshawn Johnson.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Johnson's got it complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 44.
Your bum ass got away, boy. I better not never see you again.
Chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
Yes.
And you did too. I think the other person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless for the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
You eat more gumbo? I said I probably would. I know I'm going to have it peeled before you. I know that for a fact. I'm going to probably be the peeled it and cut that bitch up. Huh? He trash when he got a fucking potato peeler. He trash. Fuck. No, I ain't done. When you using a potato peeler to peel potatoes, you trash. Just like when you using a clever cutter to cut up greens, you trash.